issued as a precautionary measure, but if there is rotation in this storm, it's going to be to the southwest of Upper Sandusky, where you see that blue color. That's to the south and southeast of Kirby, and we can use the measuring tool. It's likely about 4 miles to the south and southeast of Kirby. And in terms of where it is in relation to Upper Sandusky, the strongest rotation that I'm noticing right now is about 4 miles to the southwest of Upper Sandusky. So good news to those of you that live in Upper Sandusky. The threat has likely passed, but until this tornado warning expires, you got to get indoors, preferably in your basement, as this warning goes on until 7:15 p.m. Now, it is only Wyandot County that's under the impact of this tornado warning, and we do want to stay on air to keep you safe for those of you that live in Upper Sandusky and surrounding areas. So what if you live in Toledo, Bowling Green, pretty much anywhere else in the 419? There are a few passing showers, but it's really just this one rogue thunderstorm that we're watching very closely this evening. That pink box to the south shows you where the tornado warning is in effect. And of course, a severe thunderstorm also capable of producing some powerful wind gusts, as well as some damaging hail along with this system. For those of you just joining us, this is to the very south of the viewing area in Wyandot County. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning until 7:15 p.m. And the storm is moving off to the south, meaning that the threat should subside as this one heads towards Marion. It does look like the storm is just about ready to exit Wyandot County. The path of this storm is going to the southeast, so it's heading towards Marion, kind of clearing out of the viewing area. That warning goes until 7:15 p.m. I think it is possible the threat will diminish before then. If it does, great, but if not, we'll stay on air every step of the way until 7:15 p.m. or until the threat has diminished. It does look like that tornado warning box has been shifted to the south just a little bit, meaning that northern Wyandot County, including Cary, is likely in the clear from the tornado impacts. Now, the yellow area, that shows you where a severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect. And the biggest impact of that severe thunderstorm is going to be the very powerful wind gusts. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are still possible there in northern Wyandot County. Meanwhile, southern Wyandot County is where we shift our focus for the potential for a rotating and possibly tornadic storm. Again, that tornado warning does include Upper Sandusky, although the good news for those of you that live in Wyandot County is that the threat is moving on to the southeast. And I think by 7:15, if not a little bit sooner, you can be worry-free for the evening, knowing that you're safe from the potential impacts of this tornado warning. Again, it does include the city of Upper Sandusky until 7:15 p.m. Let's get an update on our rotation this evening. Now, the rotation was a little bit stronger earlier. Let's look at the current rotation, which is now to the south of Upper Sandusky. So to give you an idea of where this storm is rotating and where it could potentially produce a funnel cloud, if not a tornado. This is just radar indication, but it does look like about 5 miles to the southwest of Upper Sandusky. That's where we're seeing the strongest rotation. Now, just to note, for those of you just tuning in, we haven't gotten any reports of a tornado, no official tornado reports, but we are looking at what First Alert Doppler is showing us. We're also looking at information coming in from the National Weather Service, and they have told us that this storm could potentially produce a tornado. And regardless of whether it's an actual confirmed tornado or just in this case, a radar indicated tornado warning, we've got to treat all of them with the same respect and the same sort of severity as it could produce a tornado. I want to get back to First Alert Doppler and show you where the rotation is. Once again, it's 5 miles to the southwest of Upper Sandusky. This is not a confirmed tornado, but it is a rotating severe thunderstorm, and this rotation hopefully will not be enough to produce a tornado. I was noticing stronger rotation earlier on. That is the track of where the rotation is moved. It's moving from north to south, and a good look at current rotation shows you that the strongest part of this storm that could be potentially spinning a little bit in the upper levels is to the south of Upper Sandusky. For those of you just joining us, this is southern Wyandot County. Now, I know some of you may be watching from Toledo or Bowling Green, even Fremont, wondering why are we breaking into programming? Because Upper Sandusky and Wyandot County, they are in our viewing area, and we do want to keep folks there safe. There is a tornado warning that goes until 7:15 p.m. this evening. The warning was recently trimmed a little bit, so northern Wyandot County should be in the clear from the rotating aspect of the storm. But keep in mind, if you live near Cary or Wharton, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are still in the mix for the next 30 minutes or so. And there is also the chance that some hail will fall and impact you this evening. Meanwhile, it's southern Wyandot County that I'm focused on as far as the rotation of that storm. We use First Alert Doppler, the velocity tool in particular, and I still am noticing some rotating parts of this storm to the south of Upper Sandusky. Good news for those of you in Upper Sandusky, it does look like the threat has pushed off to your south. I want to give you exactly how far to the south the spinning part of that storm is. It looks like it's about 4 miles to the southwest. If this storm was to produce a tornado, which we haven't gotten any reports of that, it would be just a little bit to the south and southwest, and we can get very local here. It looks like it's County Highway 63 where the rotating part of that storm is, and that is in southern Wyandot County. This tornado warning goes until 7:15 p.m. I'm going to look for some updates from the National Weather Service. Right now, we're just keeping an eye on First Alert Doppler, looking for storm reports, anything that you might have, but we do not want your storm reports right now. We want you to go indoors to your basement. If you don't have a basement, the bathroom away from windows is a great and safe spot to go during a tornado warning. And if not the bathroom, then a closet in an interior part of your home away from doors and windows is going to be your best bet. Once again, just to give you the bigger picture, the threat for this tornado warning should be done by 7:15, if not a little bit sooner. This storm is moving to the southeast towards Marion. My hope is that Wyandot County is in the clear very shortly, although the warning is not set to expire until 7:15. We're either going to stay on air until 7:15 or until the National Weather Service deems that the storm threat has passed. Either way, just get to your safe interior place in your home, and we'll keep you updated here as well as on the First Alert Weather app. You can see where this storm is headed. Looking at the rotation, it is just about out of Wyandot County. However, to the west of Pitt, to the southwest of Upper Sandusky, that blue color shows you where the storm could be spinning up just a little bit. Again, I want to point to where the strongest rotation is on this storm. That's to the southwest of Upper Sandusky. And to give you kind of a geographical idea, that's about 5 miles to the southwest of Upper Sandusky in southern Wyandot County. Now, the National Weather Service did trim this warning a little bit. The yellow box that you see right here, that is a severe thunderstorm. So northern Wyandot County, be on the lookout for some large hail, some 60-mile-an-hour winds, and some booms of thunder. You'll still want to go indoors, but it does appear that the tornado threat has pushed off into southern Wyandot County. That's the pink box that you see from Upper Sandusky onto the south. It is a very threatening severe thunderstorm. Now, there hasn't been an official report of a tornado. We're keeping a very close eye on First Alert Doppler should anything change. It does look like the rotation is still fairly weak, although we want to treat every tornado warning as if it could possibly produce a tornado. Thankfully, so far, I have not gotten any storm reports of tornadic activity, but I do still see some rotation. Now, the rotating part of this storm is almost out of Wyandot County. And once it is out of Wyandot County, we'll send you on your ways this evening, but we want to keep you safe until 7:15 or until the storm threat has passed. It's to the west of Pitt where I'm noticing the rotation in this storm. Whenever you see those green and red colors butting heads, that's where the storm could potentially be spinning up a little bit. It does look to be fairly weak rotation, but the National Weather Service has deemed that it is enough to warrant this tornado warning. Want to get really local there. You can kind of see if you live right in this vicinity to the southwest of Upper Sandusky, especially, you need to use caution. Again, northern Wyandot County should be in the clear from the tornado threat. However, there is still the potential for some very gusty winds as well as some large hail for the next 15 to 30 minutes or so. The bigger picture, Toledo and Lucas County, high and dry through the evening. If you live in Sandusky, Norwalk, Wauseon, Napoleon, pick your town, worry-free weather through the evening. And you may be wondering why we've broken into program. And the reason for that is, well, there is a tornado warning for part of the viewing area, and I'm sure that if it was in your neck of the woods, you would want us to be on every step of the way as well. This one is for our friends down in Wyandot counties. We'll stay on until the threat has passed. It's to the south of Upper Sandusky. This storm has the potential of rotating and possibly producing a funnel cloud or a tornado. Northern Wyandot County, it's going to be the winds that are the biggest threat, and it's southern Wyandot County where the storm is spinning just a little bit. Now, it is very possible that most of this spinning and rotation is in the upper levels, and it's not actually going to be anything that touches down and reaches the ground. That is our hope. But we will be on the lookout and be on high guard and high alert this evening should anything produce a tornado. I want to get to the southwest of Upper Sandusky where I'm noticing First Alert Doppler picking up on some rotation. Again, this is just to the west of Pitt. I want to give you an idea exactly on a geographical level there. It's to the 4 or 5 miles to the southwest of Upper Sandusky. So where is this storm headed? Well, it is moving to the southeast, heading towards Marion. We should be in the clear from this storm threat within the next 30 minutes at the very latest. This warning goes until 7:15, although I would not be surprised if it is expired just a little bit sooner if the threat should pass before 7:15 arrives. I want to show you the bigger picture here on First Alert Doppler. You can pick out your community here on the map. Most of the northwest Ohio and southern Michigan, high and dry this evening, but it's really this one rogue thunderstorm that we have a very close eye on for the evening. That does include southern Wyandot County until 7:15 p.m. So good news is the warning is set to expire in about 15 to 20 minutes, and it does include the city of Upper Sandusky. Now that warning has been trimmed a little bit northern Wyandot County. Still the potential for some powerful winds, also some hail associated with this storm system, but it's really Upper Sandusky on to the south where we have an eye on rotation. Good news for those of you in Wyandot County. The rotating part of the storm is moving further to the south. If the storm is rotating and producing a funnel cloud, it is likely just at the very southern edge of Wyandot County. And I suspect that the tornado threat is going to be done by about 7:05 to 7:10, but we'll stay on air every step of the way until that rotation has passed. Now, I was noticing that the storm was spinning a little bit near Upper Sandusky earlier, but as it has moved from north to south, the threat is diminishing and moving on off to the south. That being said, if you live anywhere in Wyandot County, in that pink shaded region, you need to get to your indoor safe spot until 7:15. Now, the National Weather Service, just as we were on the air, did issue a new tornado warning to the south of us. Now, this one shows that the storm is moving out of Wyandot County, and this one is for Marion County until 7:45. That's good news for those of you in Upper Sandusky as the storm is pushing on off to the southeast. I suspect that the National Weather Service will expire that tornado warning in Wyandot County very shortly, as the new one has been issued for Marion County. But for those of you that live in Wyandot County, until 7:15 p.m. or until the threat has expired, keep an eye on the potential for some rotation with this storm. Get to your basement, get to an indoor bathroom, safe spot, away from doors and windows in particular. Now, the only new information I have from the National Weather Service is that this storm is moving to the southeast, heading towards Marion County, which is good news for those of you that live in Upper Sandusky. And this new warning goes until 7:45. However, that would not be for our immediate viewing area. So what about those of you that live in northern Wyandot County? This is still a severe thunderstorm. It could still produce some powerful wind gusts, maybe some large hail. But if you live up near Cary or to the north of Upper Sandusky, I do think that the tornado threat has passed for the evening. The strongest rotation of this storm is moving towards Marion County, and it is about to exit the viewing area. And once it does, we'll send you back to regularly scheduled programming. But this tornado warning still has not expired for Wyandot County. Once it expires at 7:15 or the National Weather Service decides to release it, we will send you back to your normal programming. Until then, we'll stay on air with you, keeping you safe. So where is the strongest rotation of this storm? It is heading towards Marion County. First Alert Doppler velocity shows you where this storm has the potential to rotate. Now, I want to emphasize the words potential because there has not been an actual tornado report thus far. Right now, what we're looking at is a radar-indicated tornado warning. What that means for you in Wyandot County is that the National Weather Service has looked at radar and said this storm poses the threat for a tornado. You've got to get to your indoor safe spot. The good news is that rotation is clearing to the south of the viewing area. It's heading towards Marion and exiting the Upper Sandusky and Wyandot vicinity. This is moving from northwest to southeast, and it should clear out by about 7:15 or so as the rain and thunder clears to the south of Upper Sandusky. I think the greatest threat has passed to the south of Upper Sandusky, but regardless of where you live in Wyandot County, just hold tight for another 10 to 15 minutes until the warning has expired. Almost there, we can make it through just about 10 to 15 more minutes, and we'll stay on air with you until the threat has passed. Again, I'm looking for new information from the National Weather Service. Right now, what we have seen is that the rotation is just about out of Wyandot County, and the thunderstorm warning has also been trimmed down just a little bit. So if you live in northern Wyandot County, it does look like the threat has passed. If you live towards Wharton and Cary, no worries of bad weather this evening. It is southern Wyandot County that I want to focus on. That does include Upper Sandusky still, where that tornado warning is in effect. Now, for those of you just tuning it in, it's 7 p.m. right now. This tornado warning for Wyandot County has another 15 minutes left on it. and we are just about in the clear. This storm is quickly moving off to the southeast, and the rotation has passed on off to the southeast. It does look like the greatest threat is done, but we'll continue to stay on air with you until the threat has expired. The National Weather Service did issue a new tornado warning for Marion County. Now, Marion County is not in our immediate vicinity or viewing area, and this is a sign that the rotation is just about done and the threat of this storm is passing. The strongest rotation is kind of just on the border of Wyandot and Marion County. Now, this is what we're looking at here on First Alert Doppler. That's what the National Weather Service has identified as the greatest threat for a tornado to form. Now, I haven't gotten any reports of a tornado touchdown. So far, nothing has been observed by a storm spotter. We're looking at a radar indicated tornado warning, which you still need to take just as seriously as any other tornado warning. That warning is still set to expire in about 13 minutes and will stay on air either until 7:15 or until the tornado warning is passed. I'm checking on social media, staying in touch with the National Weather Service, looking for some new reports. We have been keeping a very close eye on the rotation, which does appear as if it's passing to the south of Wyandot County to the southwest of Pitt. Now, Upper Sandusky does seem to be in the clear from the greatest threats. However, that tornado warning does still go for another 12 to 13 minutes. So wherever you live in Wyandot County, especially the southern edge of Wyandot County, get to your basement, get to your indoor bathroom or closet, anywhere away from doors and windows. And even though this is just a radar indicated tornado warning, you got to treat all tornado warnings with the same level of gravity as one where a tornado has actually been reported. I want to get back to First Alert Doppler with the very latest, keeping you safe this evening. The strongest rotation has passed to the south of Pitt, and this tornado warning is set to expire at 7:15. Now, the one you see on top, that is what we are cutting into programming for. That is a Wyandot County tornado warning until 7:15 p.m. The storm threat is passing on off to the south and southeast, and it does look like Marion has a tornado warning until 7:45 p.m. I'm noticing that the rotation is clearing on out, and it's moving to the south, and it should expire fairly soon. Checking in with the National Weather Service for the very latest information. I want to leave you with a bigger picture here for those of you that might not live in Wyandot County, or you just happen to be tuning in from Toledo or elsewhere in the viewing area. Most of the region is high and dry this evening, and the tornado warning and the tornado threat does seem to be moving to the south, but will stay on air until this warning expires or until 7:15. You can take a look at First Alert Doppler and pick out your community on the map. And it does appear that the tornado warning has gotten shrunk down just a little bit. It does look like it is only for the southern fringe of Wyandot County now. Does not include Upper Sandusky, kind of just that border of Marion and Wyandot County. I want to see if there's any new information on this tornado warning. It still is set to expire at 7:15 p.m., but good news for those of you that live in Upper Sandusky. There are now no active warnings for you. You'll notice to the south of you, Upper Sandusky, this yellow color is a severe thunderstorm. There's still going to be some strong wind gusts and some hail in southern Wyandot County. And meanwhile, to the south of Pitt, this is a tornado warning that is set to expire at 7:15. Those of you that live in northern Wyandot County, including Upper Sandusky, you are in the clear from the tornado threat as the National Weather Service has shrunk down the size of this warning a little bit and pushed it to the south. This Wyandot County tornado warning, including the city of Harpster, still set to expire at 7:15, and it is just to the north of Marion County. Let's give you the latest on the rotating part of this storm. It does look like that's still going to expire in about 10 minutes. From what I'm seeing here on First Alert Doppler, the threat has just about totally passed on off to the south. This rotation that you see here on First Alert Doppler, that blue color, that is actually in Marion County, not in Wyandot County anymore, but we will stay with you every step of the way until this warning has expired. I'm corresponding here with the National Weather Service in Cleveland that issued this tornado warning. Again, the city of Harpster is really the only city of concern at this point, now that Upper Sandusky is in the clear from the tornadic potential of this storm. This is a radar indicated tornado warning for the very southern edge of Wyandot County, set to expire at 7:15 p.m. There could be the potential, in addition to the rotating part of the storm, some powerful wind gusts, and also ping pong ball sized hail is possible. Now, the good news for this tornado warning, according to the National Weather Service, in this area there is a population of 107. Now, if you happen to be one of those 107 living in southern Wyandot County, please get to your basement. Even though this is only a very small fraction of the viewing area, we care about all of you and your safety and security. Southern Wyandot County, Especially, we're going to stay with you until 7:15 or until the threat has expired. Upper Sandusky, worry-free from that tornado warning, but it's the city of Harpster that we're keeping a close eye on with this tornado warning as it clears to the south of Wyandot County. In particular, it is the city of Harpster right there that has the biggest impact of this tornado warned storm. Now, within that area, there are no schools and there are no hospitals impacted by this, but over 100 of you live in that southern edge of Wyandot County and will stay with you until the threat has passed. I want to get you the latest here on velocity. What I'm noticing here on First Alert Doppler is that the threat has now moved off to the south of the viewing area. This secondary tornado warning is for Marion County, and that is not in our immediate vicinity. That is not in our viewing area. But why we are cutting in here is for Wyandot County that was under a tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service until 7:15 p.m. Now, there has not been a tornado reported. This is a radar indicated tornado warning, meaning that First Alert Doppler and the weather radar from the National Weather Service has shown the potential for this storm to produce a tornado. If you live in Upper Sandusky, you do not have to worry about a tornado anymore. If you live in northern Wyandot County, no worries of tornadoes or severe weather. It is really southern Wyandot County. I want to draw that area that is being affected, kind of boxed in right here in this southern fringe to the south of Pitt. That is what we are breaking into programming for. There are over 100 of you that live in this part of southern Wyandot County, and there is still the potential for some rotation until about 7:15 p.m. So what if you live elsewhere, say not in Wyandot County? I want to show you the bigger picture. It is really this one rogue thunderstorm that is brought to our attention this evening, and that is why we are breaking into programming. I know it might not affect you, it might not affect your household, but if it was in your neck of the woods, I'm sure you'd want us to break in and help keep you safe as well. This tornado warning is for southern Wyandot County, still set to expire at 7:15, and it is to the south of Upper Sandusky. So good news for those of you that live in Upper Sandusky. The threat has passed and it has moved off to your south. The National Weather Service at Cleveland should be expiring this warning within the next 7 to 8 minutes as the rotation has now moved on off to the south. What I'm noticing here is that the rotation is actually moving towards Marion County, which is not our vicinity, not our viewing area. It does look like the threat for Wyandot County has just about passed. And quite frankly, I see no reason why this warning should not be expired at 7:15 p.m. That's 8 minutes away, but we can wait 8 more minutes here on air to keep you safe and keep you informed. Now, that warning formally included just about all of Wyandot County. You can rest assured in Upper Sandusky that it is worry-free for the rest of the evening. If you live further to the east, say out towards Bucyrus, no worries of severe thunderstorms or tornadoes for the remainder of your evening. Now, First Alert Doppler also shows velocity, and it shows the possible rotation of that storm is actually moved on to the south of Wyandot County. At this point, it is just a waiting game until that warning expires. And even if you do live in that southern fringe of Wyandot County, please just bear with me, wait it out until 7:15. It's not worth coming out of the basement just for a few more minutes. We can wait just those couple extra minutes until the threat has totally passed. And I do suspect that the National Weather Service will expire that warning at 7:15 as the threat moves to the south of Wyandot County. That's about 7 or 8 minutes away, and we'll stay with you every step of the way. We have been on the air since the beginning of this tornado warning, and even though it is just a radar-indicated tornado warning, meaning based on the radar data, it has shown the potential to produce a rotating storm that could lead to either a funnel cloud or a tornado. Thankfully, I've not gotten any reports of an actual tornado touchdown. In fact, I haven't even gotten a report of a funnel cloud, but regardless, a radar-indicated tornado warning needs to be taken seriously, and if you do live in southern Wyandot County, please go to your basement in your safe spot, away from doors and windows. If you have an interior bathroom, that's another good place to go. If you don't have a basement, a closet would be a great place to go as well. Just get down as low as possible. Cover up your head in the event that there are any strong winds or potential tornado touchdowns. All right, I want to get back to First Alert Doppler as we get to the end of this tornado warning. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, that warning is just in the southern fringes of Wyandot County, set to expire in 6 minutes. Now, there is still a severe thunderstorm to the south of Upper Sandusky that will be capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that does include the city of Pitt until 7:15 p.m., but the city of Pitt is in the clear from the tornado warning. That tornado warning is for the city of Harpster in very southernmost Wyandot County, and that is set to expire in just 5 minutes now. I know many of you are probably wondering, well, why are we breaking into programming here? And the reason is, You know, Wyandot County is still a part of our viewing area here in northwest Ohio and southeastern Michigan. Toledo is high and dry, worry-free weather this evening. Fremont and Tiffin, no worries about severe weather. It is southern Wyandot County that we are looking out for this evening until the threat has totally passed. Based on first alert Doppler, I have noticed that the rotation is totally cleared out of Wyandot County. The rotating part of this storm, shown by that blue color on first alert Doppler, is moving towards Marion County. Now, Marion County is not in our viewing area, so once the tornado warning has been expired, we'll leave you with your regularly scheduled programming, but it does look like the storm is moving on off to the southeast as the rotation pushes off to the southeast. Velocity is something we also use to track where the storm could be spinning a little bit. Now, it does look like what indicated or what warranted this tornado warning is more upper level rotation. So kind of some swirling clouds higher up in the atmosphere that are capable of producing a funnel. Good news for those of you in Pitt as well as southern Wyandot County. I do think that the threat is moving on off towards Marion County. Those blue and red colors that you see butting heads, that is where the storm is likely spinning a little bit in the upper levels, and that is no longer in Wyandot County. So I suspect that the National Weather Service will expire this warning any minute. Now it is just a waiting game until the warning has expired. First alert Doppler actually just updated there as we are live on the air, and it does look like the storm has further weakened. Frankly, I see no reason why the warning should not be expired at 7:15. That is just 4 minutes away, though. Just bear with me and we'll keep you safe. Those of you that live in southern Wyandot County, stay in your safe spot for just a few more minutes. We are almost there, and we're almost to worry-free weather for the holiday weekend. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, it is southernmost Wyandot County that we are looking out for this evening and keeping safe. Those of you that live in the Toledo metro, you might be seeing some sunshine and wondering why are we talking about a tornado warning. And the reason for that is a radar indicated tornado warning was issued by the National Weather Service for southern Wyandot County, set to expire any minute now, and will continue to stay with you until the very end of the threat. We want to leave you with safe weather as opposed to a tornado warning, which should be expired just about any minute. Let's get back to first alert Doppler. We're just minutes away here. Southern Wyandot County keeping an eye out on your safety and security this evening. In particular, it's the city of Harpster that we're looking out for right now. Upper Sandusky, the threat has passed you to the south. Even Pitt, the tornado threat does appear to be to your south at this point, crossing over into Marion County as this storm quickly races on out of the viewing area. And once this storm does totally clear to the southeast, we will leave you behind with your regular programming and some calmer weather for the holiday weekend. This storm is moving from northwest to southeast. The heaviest rain, the lightning, all of that is moving towards Marion and clearing out of Wyandot County. That is good news, and it does bode well for the likely expiration of this tornado warning in just 2 minutes. Now, I know it does look like the heaviest storm has moved on to the south, and indeed it has, but we're going to stay on the air for 2 more minutes until that warning has expired. Again, if you live in Upper Sandusky, the tornado threat has passed to your south, so you can get out of your tornado safe spot, Upper Sandusky, and go about enjoying the rest of your evening. If you live up near Cary, no worries about tornadic activity, as the threat is just in southern Wyandot County. It is 7:13 p.m. right now. We've been on the air for about 25 to 30 minutes, and this is set to expire in just 2 minutes. Now, good news for the future of this warning is that the rotation has appeared to pass over into Marion County. The strongest rotation is shown by that blue color here on first alert Doppler, and that information is corroborated here by the velocity scan, which shows you some strong winds. Earlier, we were seeing those red and green colors butting heads. I want to show you a loop. It was rotating a little bit more, but as this storm has pushed off to the south, that rotation has weakened a bit, and it is also cleared to the south of Wyandot County. I'm just waiting for the all clear from the National Weather Service Cleveland before we send you back to regular programming. Again, this is the very southernmost edge of Wyandot County. 1 more minute of this tornado warning before you can rest assured and take a big sigh of relief this evening. Those of you that live in Toledo, Wauseon, Bryan, Defiance, Napoleon, pick your town. You're likely seeing partly sunny skies and worry-free weather this evening. It is to the very south that we have our attention, to the south of Upper Sandusky in this southern fringe of Wyandot County. There are about 107 of you by estimate that live in this tornado-warned polygon, and we want to keep each and every one of you safe this evening. Even though it is just a fraction of our viewing area, we have the same respect for every tornado warning, and it has just been expired by the National Weather Service at 7:15, just as predicted. Those of you that live in Wyandot County, there was a tornado warning. It was expired at 7:15. There is no immediate threat for another tornado warning and no immediate threat for severe weather. Good news. Take a big sigh of relief. We were with you every step of the way here on air, as well as on social media. You can go about the rest of your evening. No worries about severe weather as that storm moves off to the southeast. Those of you that live in Wyandot County, you can get out of your tornado safe spot and enjoy the rest of your evening and regular programming. Take care.